Hello, I'm Roger, and I'm here with Chip Dog, and we are coming to you from the high desert of central New Mexico. You are watching Multiple Sclerosis. The monster inside me, my story. Okay, welcome back. Today is April 4th, 2022. It's been about 5 weeks since my last show. We're back in Candyman Studios. The last two shows on the road, I was at Amy's house, and then last show I was in Crested Butte, Colorado, and I got to say I had a great time. It was a little bit cold, but cold is not anything new to me. I'm used to camping and sleeping in freezing weather, so it was not a thing. I had a great time in Crested Butte. The food was great, the company was great, and so I couldn't really ask for anything more. It was sure nice to get out of the house. That had been the first time in a while that I'd really been out of the house and kind of done any kind of road trip or anything. I'm going to be back on the road. I'm in Candyman Studios now. You can hear Gandalf in the background, and I got Chip Dog here, and so the critters are around. So if you hear any crazy noises, it's my animals in the background. Not a big thing. It's worth having them around. Next week I will be back on the road, and my dog decided it was time to play with his toy. Next week we'll be back on the road. We'll be doing the, not next week, but next show, I'll be doing the MS walk, and we're going to meet in Corrales, New Mexico, which is just a little bit north of Albuquerque at Village Pizza on the 23rd of April, I think around 10:30 in the morning. So if anybody wants to join us, I would love to have you there. If you would like to find more details about the walk and how to donate, if possible, I would go to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society.org and look for the links. And the name of our group that we'll be walking this year is called Pimp My Stride, which I think is kind of a cool name for our team. But anyway, I'm looking forward to that, and looking forward to seeing all my friends out there. Last year we had a great walk, and here's a picture showing the group that walked with us, and I love all these people. They're all good friends, and man, I really appreciated them coming out and just taking a short walk with me and supporting me and help to donate for the cure of multiple sclerosis. So that was a great thing. So then moving on here a little bit, the weather's finally warming up, and it allows me to get out and take a little longer walks, enjoy time with Chip Dog, and so I've been getting a little more exercise than usual, and that's not a bad thing, but I can definitely feel it. I had an interesting first time occasion last, I believe it was Thursday night. My gaming buddy Terry is involved at Slice and Dice Pizzeria, which is a gaming store, food, restaurant, hamburgers or not hamburgers, but subs and pizzas. And so I was there on a Friday night on a special event. I'm a board gamer, and so there was something going on, and as I was sitting at a table playing a game, I had a young lady who walked up to me and introduced herself, and I totally apologize for not remembering her name, because she was such a nice young lady, but she noticed a shirt that I was wearing that says, MS gets on my nerves. And she came up and told me that she had MS, had been diagnosed 3 years ago. She told me what she was taking. I don't remember that. My short-term memory is struggling after 4 brain surgeries. That doesn't help, but also with the MS. But I wanted to just mention that because that was a special time for me to have her come up and talk to me. And that was kind of the first time that really has ever happened. And I completely apologize if she watches the show. I'm sorry I don't remember your name. But I did appreciate you coming up and talking to me. That was a special moment for sure. So moving on, I'm still trying to get my appointment at the UNM Neurology. They received my referral. I had to get an okay from my other insurance company to be treated at UNM, so that took a little bit of time. And so I'm just waiting for them to call. It'd be just my luck they'll call in the middle of while I'm doing my show, right? But it's important to have my neurologist and my neurosurgeon in the same office so they can share information, and that's another kind of a hurdle that I have to kind of deal with is, my brain tumor along with multiple sclerosis. So it's important to have both of those doctors in the same office and they can share information. So moving on, I think most of you know I deal with what I call the double whammy, and I call that I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis and a meningioma brain tumor on the same day. So that's what I call the double whammy. It's frustrating because I have symptoms from both. I don't know what to point what to what. And so that's a little bit frustrating with my issues. So that was almost exactly 2 years ago when I was diagnosed with the brain tumor and multiple sclerosis. It was 2 days before Easter 2020, so that gives you a little better idea. We're coming up on that. So moving on to my next topic, and it makes this one a little bit tougher to talk about because it's part of what I was just talking about. Today I'm going to talk about vertigo. And I've been having problems since a year and a half before I was diagnosed with dizziness and whirling and spinning, and come to find out, and I've done more research, and I think I've just been dealing with vertigo all these years, and it has not gotten any better. It's gotten worse, and I would say that, vertigo, pretty much I deal with that 24 hours a day. It's no fun, and we're going to talk a little bit about dizziness and vertigo in MS. And I'm going to read a little deal that I pulled offline not too long ago. And many people deal with MS experience episodes of dizziness, which can make you feel lightheaded or off balance. Some also have episodes of vertigo, and vertigo is the false sensation of whirling or spinning, or of yourself or the world around you. About 20% of people with MS experience vertigo. Dizziness and vertigo contribute to balance problems, obviously, which are common in people with MS. Ongoing dizziness and vertigo can interfere with daily tasks and increase the risk of falls, and can even become disabling. And like I said, I deal with vertigo all the time. I drive, and that's when I seem to get the most dizziness, so I'm very careful when I drive. Vertigo can be accompanied by nausea, vomiting, and it can continue for hours or even days. Sometimes dizziness and vertigo are accompanied by vision problems, tinnitus, hearing loss, trouble standing or walking. And I have all of those, and a part of it is what's left of my brain tumor has grown into a lobe in the back side of my head, which is called the optic lobe, and it controls vision and balance and those kind of things. So I think my brain tumor has a lot to do with that, but I also think MS is a contributing factor as well. The lesions that result from MS make it difficult for nerves within the central system to send messages to the rest of the body. This causes the MS symptoms, which vary according to location of the lesions. And I have lesions in my brain, and one in my spinal cord in my neck, and one about midway down my back. And these can cause severe MS symptoms, and they vary according to the location of the lesions, and that's why no two MS patients are alike, because the lesions are in different places. Moving on, the area of the brain that controls balance, and it may cause vertigo, and that's the lobe that I was talking about, the optical lobe, and that messes with me. Vertigo can also be a symptom of a problem of the inner ear. Other possible causes of dizziness or vertigo include certain medications, blood vessel disease, migraine, or stroke. Your doctor can help you rule out these other possibilities of vertigo. In my case, it's my tumor that's growing into my optic lobe, and so that's pretty much explainable. Self-help measures, when vertigo occurs, the following steps can help you stay safe and feel more comfortable and secure. Try to sit down until it all passes. Avoid moving your head or body position. Turn down bright lights, and don't try to read. Avoid stairs, obviously. Don't attempt to drive until the urge of the vertigo is passed. Now, I drive with vertigo. I have vertigo all the time, and I sometimes have to just go for it and do it. And I'm very careful. And if it came to the point where I couldn't drive, I would certainly pull over, and I don't want to put anybody else in danger. That would be just not good. So moving on, if vertigo strikes you during the night, they say to sit up straight, turn on soft lighting, and remain still until you feel better. And my vertigo is, I had that early on, and I would lay in bed and I felt like I was just kind of floating in space. And I've kind of told my brain and told myself, okay, just imagine you're just floating on a magic carpet, and that kind of just sensation kind of feels okay at times. It's not a big deal. But there is treatment for dizziness and vertigo, and a lot of times that can be dealt with over-the-counter measures. And if you have severe problems, talk to your doctor about it, and he could probably help you figure out a medication to take. With me, I take so many medications that that's not something I really want to do. So we're going to move on a little bit here. So that's my dealing with vertigo. And it is no fun. And after doing more reading here the last few weeks, I kind of made the determination that's what I was dealing with. And the risks of dizziness and vertigo, you can increase your risk of injury due to falls, and it's especially true for people who have MS. And it can cause trouble walking, weakness, fatigue, and a few safety measures around the house can help you reduce the risk of fall, clear your home of tripping hazards. One of the big ones is throw rugs, and those are dangerous, and I try to stay away from those. But it's just kind of a common sense. You can install handrails and grab bars. Use a shower chair, which I must use, and I don't know if I've talked about it, but because of my vertigo, if I close my eyes, I will fall over. And when you are taking a shower, you tend to close your eyes to rinse the soap. So I don't even do that. I sit down in a shower chair just to make it safer for me. And so that's what I do to try to deal with my vertigo. I'm going to go back in and see my neurosurgeon and talk to him about the hearing loss going on in my left ear, because I've had some hearing loss. And pardon me for a second while I take a drink. And we'll keep going. So my next topic would be my background photo. And this is a photo taken from my buddy Matt's drone. And it was taken when we were in the Sawtooth Daddle Mountains, which is in far west central New Mexico. This is a spot that we like to go up. We usually go up a couple times a year. It's a long way. It's almost 300 miles from here. It's 260 some mile, or yeah, about 200 miles from here to get down there, which is a pretty long drive. Part of it's on a dirt road, a state highway dirt road, and you get back into the mountains, and there's rarely anybody out there camping. Last time we were there, we saw a lot of elk, and so it's teeming full of wildlife. I've even been out there walking around. I've seen wolf tracks, and this is an area that they had the wolf introduction probably 25 years ago. And so they're thriving, and I've seen the wolf tracks, haven't seen any wolves, and I think they probably don't want anything to do with people, so they'll see me before I see them, and they're out of the way. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about this photo. It's beautiful, and I love going out there. So my next item on the list is my shout-outs, and of course, all my MS Warrior friends. I want to say stay strong, stay tough. This month, April, is MS Walk. Try to get out and get a walk, get some people to help you and walk with you. It feels good to get out and walk and have people walking behind you that have your back, and that's super, super special. My new friend that I met at Slice and Dice Pizzeria last Thursday night, and back again, I'm going to apologize for not remembering her name. And I just want to say it was great meeting you, and I appreciate you coming back and coming up and talking to me. That was special, and I will never forget that. So I appreciate that. I want to say hello to my buddy Kenneth. And during race season, he and I text back and forth, talk a lot about racing, which is fun, and I appreciate that. Appreciate his support. And Kenneth is also fighting the monster as well, and prayers go out to him and his family. So watch for the next episode of Multiple Sclerosis: The Monster Inside Me. I will be on the road again, and I will be doing the show in Corrales, New Mexico, which is a little bit north of Albuquerque, along the Bosque, along the Rio Grande. and that is where we are going to do our MS walk for 2022. And I'm so looking forward to it. And a little bit ago I showed a picture of all the people who backed me and walked with me, and I appreciate them, and hopefully we'll have more out this year. We don't have COVID issues to deal with as much this year, and so we hope to get more people out and just enjoy the walk and spend some time together and fundraise for multiple sclerosis. Until then, those of you who will see me in 2 weeks on the 23rd, I'm looking forward to seeing you. Please come out and visit me, join me, and if not, try to participate in your own walk and help those of us with MS find the cure. Until then, if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. And I was going to mention one more thing. You guys have seen me wear a black glove, and with multiple sclerosis comes arthritis, and you can get rheumatoid, and the other one I can't remember what it is off the top of my hand, but I have both. And this is a copper fit glove, and I'm sure many of you have seen copper fit commercials on TV, and I was kind of a doubter until one day I was walking down the aisle at Walgreens and saw these, and it was an impulse buy. I thought, well, I can try it. I have nothing to lose. I have no regrets. This is a copper fit compression glove. It's interwoven with copper, and I can completely use my hand. I have no pain in it at all. I have full range of motion. It's amazing. I'm a believer. I bought one for my knee, and it works. So I would recommend trying any of the copper fit products, because you may find one that works for you, and believe me, it's worth it. They're not super expensive. So back to where I was. Give me a thumbs up if you like what we're watching or like what you see. Give me please leave a comment down below, and let me know what you think of the show, and let me know what topics I should try to cover next. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I would appreciate that. And until next time, we will talk to you then, and we will be coming from our MS walk in Corrales. All right, see you then. Thank you for watching.